Praise Jesus. Praise Yeshua. Praise the King. Man, I be having the hardest time sleeping. Like, I don't know what it is. I be having the hardest time sleeping. I be tired. I just can't go to sleep. You know, you know. Um, yeah, I can curl my mustache down. So now I can get it to curl up with some wax, with some pomade. Pretty snazzy. You feel me? Something like, but I don't know. It seems like things are starting to get what's the word? I don't know the word. Just odd. Things are getting strange, you know. And I feel like it's because I'm starting to do the things, but then again, I don't know. Like there be stuff I be wanting to talk on here, but you can't let the world know what you're doing or what you plan on doing. You can't just like let your what is it? Don't let the right hand know what the left is doing. Don't let the left know what your right is doing. Something like that. Something along those lines. And when you say your plans, right? Oh, yeah, I can't sleep. When you have your plans and you tell them, that just puts out to everybody and all of the monitoring spirits and things like that. All it does is let them know what you have planned. So essentially, they can plot against you, and it doesn't necessarily them trying to like actually like do something to you, but like pray against you and do all these things. Now, praying isn't always to God. People can pray to other things, which is some crazy work. But one thing that really bothered me, and I think that's probably why I'm having a hard time sleeping, is I was on Facebook and um, I got a notification that my aunt had posted something like it was like 5 minutes ago, and I clicked on it, and it was just a random like video of somebody making like some food or something. Then there was something else posted, but that was 4 days ago, but it didn't show up on my thing. And then there was another video that was posted like around the same time, and my aunt's been dead for like 4 years. So when I seen it, I got excited. Like just the I know she's gone, but just the idea that she posted it still didn't click in my mind. Like it didn't click that she's not here. So like it was like a second, like legit like a second. I was like, oh, Auntie posted, and in my mind I'm like, Auntie's still alive. No, she's not, bro. So instantly like got sad because I'm like, dang, bro, like my auntie's not here, and this is my favorite auntie. Aunt Diane, she was my favorite auntie. Like legit, like man. And I be thinking about it, like all the everybody that I feel that I don't want to say loved me the most, but I had like some of the closest like relationships with, and wanted to like see me do good, they're all gone. Like, so none of them got to see me like get my daughter back, or well, was able to see me get an apartment, but they weren't allowed to, like, or they weren't allowed. They didn't see me like get my daughter back or like get engaged and get married. They didn't see that, and like it bothers me like on like a different type of level, because like I wanted them to. You don't expect people to like die, like you don't expect people to be gone. So when they are gone, it's like, and especially when you hit milestones, it's like, man, they're I can't celebrate with them. And then it's like the people that are here, like my family that is here, I don't even really deal with them. Like, and these are also people that, and seen, sorry, my back is itching, but have seen me my whole life, and really known like the issues that I had. Maybe not the full extent of everything, like everything like that, but for the most part, yeah, all you guys know my issues, or knew the issues that I had back then. And I was talking to my mom about it earlier, and I really don't like pay attention to my life like 5 years, really like 4 years. Well, since my auntie died, from completely getting sober. I know that that was my life, but I really don't count it. And it sounds weird, but it's almost like my life didn't start until I got clean, like until I got sober. And being completely sober is something different. Like, I've never been completely sober besides when I was a kid, and even then, like, I just had so much going on, like mentally and spiritually, that I couldn't grasp it. And I mean, I've been seeing a lot of things too, where it's people talking about generational curses and things like that. Uh, and that's the thing for me is you have to leave your home. If you are, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, but you need to leave your hometown. Period. Like, and Jesus tells us to do that. You're not going to be respected in your hometown because of who you are. It doesn't. Oh, aren't you such and such? 'Cause they talk about Jesus. Oh, that's the carpenter's son. So if they're looking at Jesus like that, you need to leave your hometown, because they're not going to look at you like nothing. And Jesus was actually there, like trying to heal people. So who are we? We're nobody. You're. I don't get no form of. I'm not asking for praise. Like, I don't want my family to praise me, but I don't even get like a good job. You know, I like, and if it is, it's some underlying weird stuff. And I mean, everybody, again, everybody that I had really good relationships with, and the ones that I would want them to see me where I'm at now, which they all knew I had the capability to do, but wasn't I wasn't there. Like, I couldn't. Well, I didn't know God. I didn't have the comprehension to do anything else. I was just kind of stuck. I was just in a weird insanity and just like weird limbo, just in life. And yeah, just them. But what I did notice too, though, is everybody that I did have that I that I wanted them to see me now. Every one of them said that they were proud of me, like before they passed. They all said it. Um, except my grandma. I know my grandma did, but um, I can't remember the last conversation I had with my grandma. I want to say. I want to say I called her about something, and we were talking on the phone. And I was like, "All right, I'll call you later, Grandma." And she was like, "You ain't gonna call me." And I was like, "Oh, you're right. I probably ain't." And then we kind of chuckled about it. I think that was the last time I could remember talking to my grandma. And one of the men that raised me, I was in Alaska and he had surgery. And he died after the surgery when he was in recovery. But before he went into surgery, we had talked for like an hour. Like that's the longest like I ever talked to my dad on the phone, like ever. And we was talking about all kinds of stuff. Like was talking about his horses, and we was talking about fixing up one of his cars, like going to get one of the books that tells you how to build a car. He was talking about building a car when I got back from Alaska, and he was healed up because he was retired, and he was telling me that he was proud of me for leaving and like starting a family, and that is one of the only times that I can remember him ever saying that he was proud of me. Like legit, I can't think of any other time, but he said it, and then he died, which yeah, fantastic. Um, my aunt Diane, the favorite aunt, she told me she was proud of me. I should have brought Mari over to see her. I should have brought my daughter to see her before she passed, but it is what it is. And uh, she told me she was proud of me. Uh, she would actually say it the most. My aunt Diane would actually say that the most. Um, that's probably why she was my favorite. Nah, we just had a different relationship. She was, she was, she was different, man. That's Taz. That's something different. Uh, yeah, my aunt Evie, she just passed, and the last time I talked to her on the phone was, before I got married, and she told me that she was proud of me. She told me she was proud of me, and kind of knew that me and my wife was gonna get married, so that made me happy. Um, but yeah, I mean, all these people are dead. Like the one, Uncle Hog, yeah, my Uncle Hog, he said he was proud of me too, and that was in between him being high, because yeah, Uncle Hog, they call me Hog, not Dog, baby. Yeah, Uncle Hog, he would do all kinds of drugs. He didn't care. He did the drugs. He didn't It didn't matter if the price was right. He was gonna do it. Um, he told me he was proud of me. Um, But again, like all these people, my grandpa, uh, my grandpa on my dad's side, he said he was proud of me. Yeah, man. It's crazy that everybody that in past in my family that I wanted them to see me now. They're all gone, and the ones that are alive are kind of just alive. They don't. And what I really see now is the reason why they're like that is because I'm the one that's branched off. I don't go for the the backbiting and all the nonsense when it comes to like the other family. And I'm gonna call people out on their stuff. That it's sad when you're able to look at your family and see your shortcomings, like see how you were led astray, and family really gets upset when you don't just continue being the family. Like if you try to branch off in any way or try to grow, then that's a problem. Then it's, oh, you think you're better than us. No, it's not that I'm better than you. That's not the case. But I know how I want my nation to be because, yeah, my family is, you know, my family is my family. Like, this is how I'm going to raise my kids. I don't want to raise my kids the way you guys raised me. How can that stop? The only way that can stop is if I stop it. And yeah, it 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 man, it confuses me how people are selfish. Like that's another thing I think about too. How selfish we are, like as humans, and I think about that when it comes to death. We cry and we're upset at people that die and are gone, but it's not because of them. Like, yes, them, but do we think about how much pain they're in? Do we think about the things that they were like mentally and spiritually going through? Do we think about do we ever think about the person that passes? No, we don't. We don't think about them. We think of they're not here no more. I can't call them. I can't go to their house. I can't do whatever. That's what we think about. We're very selfish. Like that's like my aunt. My aunt had bad health for a long time. For a very long time, she had bad health, and now she's gone. Auntie was tired, bro, and that's like Aunt Diane too. Like her kidneys were failing and everything. These people was hurting, and I mean when Aunt Diane died, like I never thought Aunt Diane was gonna die. I thought Aunt Diane was gonna live forever just because she beat death like 4 or 5 times, like legit, like open on a surgery table, like wide open chest open for like 4 days, like crazy work. But yeah, she came out of that, and yeah, that was the last time she had surgery. But it's like we're so selfish when it comes to people that die. Now I can understand like certain circumstances, like people that die young and things like that. Like everything's different, but I mean, a person that has lived their life, nah. Especially if they're like sick, or like what I'm saying, something like that. And it's like one thing that I be bothered about, but I can't control that. And I wish I was in a better. I would again. It all goes back to environment and how you're raised. It all goes back to that because I feel like if my brother would have knew God, he wouldn't have did that to himself. And like when it boils down to it, I know where my brother's at. There's no nothing else. I can't say maybe he's no, no. I know exactly where my brother's at. What's up? I know exactly where my brother's at. You can't just exit Earth or wherever. You can't just quit midlife by your own doing. What's up? You can't just, you can't just give up on life and then expect to go to heaven. Or I don't even think he believed it. I don't think he believed in heaven or hell. That's cool. I'm just rambling. I'm just rambling. Nah, I don't do that. But yeah, I know my brother's in hell. I'm not tripping on that. I ain't put somebody in timeout for a long time. I could put you in timeout, G. You don't want to be put in timeout by a grown man. That's not what you want. Uh, yeah, it's really rough when it goes looking at your family and looking at the things that plague your family, like all forms of addiction, all forms of like molestation and all those things. Like when you look at things on a spiritual lens, you'll see how not how messed up your family are, but just humans in general. Because there is a lot of molestation and rape that is swept under the rug. A lot, like it really is, and I don't understand that. That shouldn't even be a thing. It doesn't get reported. There's nobody calls cops. That doesn't make sense because what you're doing is you're continuing this essentially this demon that is continuing to plague generations in a bloodline. Then you have all these addictions and all this greed and gluttony, and then I be finding it odd that people be believers and believe in God, but yet when you try to correct them in a loving way, it's not received as love. And it's not even an understanding thing. It's like they don't want to understand it. They don't want to hear it. I can't get down with that. That's one thing. I was just talking to my wife about it, and it's accountability and wanting to change. A person cannot change if they don't hold themselves accountable. It can't work. It won't work because if they don't hold themselves accountable, that means they can't hear the truth from somebody else. No matter how bad it hurts, you should be able to hear the truth just to get better. Even if you don't even want to, even if you don't want to hear it, you have to take the criticism. Period. And I don't know. I think that's a big issue with the youth is they don't want to hear correction. But granted, a lot of people don't want to hear correction. Like that is the thing. It's hard for the average person. I'd say probably 80%, close to 90% of the world does not want to hear correction. But then you can see the people that do take criticism and correction and see how they apply it to their life and see the difference. It's, man, life is a trip, man. And I've done so much shit. Praise the Lord. The glory goes to the Most High because there ain't no way I did all this, and I just did it. Yeah, you know what, like yet. I couldn't have done any of the shit that I'm doing, and then me like be blessed where I'm at. Like, and on top of that, my wife is so awesome. Like, I love her. I love how much she is different than me, but she is how I would want to be. Like, if my brain could do all the things that her brain does and how she is, I would do it. But I can't because I get too overwhelmed. She's fine with, yeah, we got to plan this, we got to plan that. It sounds good to me. It sounds good. I just can't do it. I mentally cannot do it. It is too draining, and I'm just just a worker ant. And she can do all the planning and all the overthinking. Sometimes I gotta slow her down, but I mean, for the most part, she has it. I can tell when she's overworking her mind or overthinking too much, and she gets too much on her plate. That's why she be exhausted. But that's something I know. Um, and then she's so pretty. Oh, my wife is so pretty. Oh, she's gorgeous. Yeah, that's a beautiful woman. Yeah, man. This it's wild business, bro. It's wild work, truthfully. And I mean, dang. Yeah, I don't know. I got 2 days left to work, man. Damn. But I'm pretty much done. I'm pretty much done with stuff at work. So I mean, the next 2 days I would think is gonna be pretty much cake, cake, cake. Yeah, I don't know. I've been having weird dreams too. Like I don't even remember them, but they just be weird. They just be weird dreams. Like that don't make sense. Man, I did have a dream about some dang ice cream. I ain't gonna lie. This is one of the parts I remember. I went to this weird little, I don't know. It was almost like not a carnival, but like a weird building, and they had alcohol ice cream, and I went and got an ice cream cone. Cause it was weird. It was like an ice cream cone that was like it was like really it was like this big. Like the ice cream was like that big, and then it was like on a waffle cone, but it was in like a bag. And the ice cream was like chocolate, peanut butter, and like caramel or something, but it was mixed with whiskey. It looked so good in the dream. It looked so good. And then like people was doing like weird stuff. Where, like they had like this wax and they were like painting on the ground, but it was on like wax paper. So you like there was a whole bunch of different pots, and they had ladles in them, and they had a whole bunch of different colors. And then people were like painting on the ground or like pouring the wax out on the ground, and then you could pick it up and take it home. I don't know what that was about. I didn't do it because I was like, yeah, my wife, she would like experiences, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that without her. I said I already got the ice cream with the liquor in it. She's already gonna be mad at me. You know what? Actually, I had two because I brought her ice cream. I remember I got two because I knew she was gonna get mad about the ice cream. And that was another reason why I didn't do the painting thing with the ladles and stuff because I already had two, my hands were full. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I just be really really thinking about my just the things that I'm gonna be getting into. Like I got so much stuff lined up. Like I'm gonna have my honeymoon, you know, like real soon, and like I'm trying to have something done before the honeymoon, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to have it close to being done. But I mean, again, you can't really say what I don't be saying stuff. But by May, yeah, by May, I'm trying to have it. I'm trying to have every all my stuff going. Like saving money, all that stuff. That's going amazing. Um, yeah, man. I really wish I could. I don't know. I think I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. I think I'll just be thinking too hard, or I'd be thinking like I'm doing something wrong. And I think that's the part too. Like that's just like a trauma thing that I have. I just always feel like I'm doing something wrong. And I mean, I guess, but I mean, I know at the end of the day that's what it is. Because I always feel like I'm doing something wrong. I feel like I'm never doing enough. And eventually, that does make you crack at some in some way, in some aspect. But that's why I don't really go that far, and I always try to like remind myself and ground myself, and reach out to the Lord, because yeah, we can't do it on our own strength. Like I be really thinking about that. Like when they say that in the Bible, we cannot do it with our own strength. It does not work. It don't. And people be so prideful and oh yeah, I did this. Ah, did you though? Did you, or did something else help you get to what you think is where you're trying to be? Because if you're doing things right and you're doing things your way and you are of the world, the enemy can bless you too. Like, but God does watch over the just and the unjust. But when when you're in the world and you're just trying to do things yourself, it'll get to a point where everything will crumble. Everything that you touch just continues to crumble. And like I remember that, like very very it's a thing. Like I remember after I got in trouble, and like I was on probation for like a year or something. I think I was 6 months in my probation, and I got it. Like there was an incident that happened, and I was like, I can't, I can't talk to nobody, bro. Like this is ugly work. Yeah, and yeah, no, I couldn't. That that really shook me because like matter of fact, that's when I found out my baby mom was pregnant, and I was like, all this is gonna be gone, like for real. Like I was actually scared, and again, like I'm like 6 months in probation after like really getting in trouble, and then we had that, and then there was another little incident, but either way, we don't talk about Bruno, and again, looking back at all that, that is like a whole nother life. Like it's crazy because that's probably like 12. No, that's longer than 12. That is 15 years ago. Holy crap, that is 15 years ago. That is crazy. Yeah, that's legit. That's a whole nother life. That was a whole nother life ago, and getting in trouble and all that nonsense. But yeah, everything you touch will just start to crumble. Like you selling dope, that'll crumble. You playing with these women, that'll crumble. Man, I remember there was a time where I always had at least two women, always, like always in a rotation. Didn't matter if I was in a relationship, I always had something on the side. And I mean, I was from like 16 to like 19, 20. Yeah, it was basically until I moved to Alaska. And that's just like the ones that I always had a main, and I always had a side, always. And then whatever else was whatever else. And, you know, it got to a point where it just crumbled. I don't know what was going on, but yeah, it just crumbled. And then I wanted to not be a cheater anymore. Didn't want to be a cheater. Quit smoking weed, which was crazy. I never thought I'd quit smoking weed. Done smoking weed. Can't do that. If I smoke some weed, I'm gonna throw up. Period. Don't matter. No matter what it is, I'm throwing up. Praise the Lord. Yeah, all the way down with pills. Like I said, it's really nice being sober, like completely sober. It's really nice. Like, and there's times where I want to have like a beer or like take a shot, and I'd be like, nah, what's the point? It was the last time it was my sister's birthday, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. I had got a bottle of, I think it was like just a pint of Remy, and I went out. I had it chilled for like 2 days in the freezer, and then I went to see her on her birthday, and yeah, I had like 2 shots. I don't even think it was 2 shots. It was maybe like 2 drinks because I don't take shots. It was probably equal to 2 shots, and yeah, I was messed up, man. I was hungover and I was like super drunk. I've never been I've never been a light drinker. Like I'm always gonna drink like a fifth or like a pint easy. That's just what I'm gonna drink. And yeah, those 2 shots had me messed up. I was tore up. Like, and then I was taking the bus, or I was taking the Max. I would take the Max back home. That's a good thing. It was only one Max. I had to take the Max home. I mean, I wasn't drunk like out of control. But yeah, crazy man, crazy work. Oh, that's one thing I gotta do too. I gotta get my concealed, and then talk to the sheriffs out here because I want to talk to the sheriffs. I want to know what their input is on the gun situation out here and all that. And I do want to buy a gun out here just because, just to say I did it. You know, just to say I bought a gun in Washington. And yeah, I need to find a sheriff that can answer all my gun questions. Ugh, sorry, the hiccups. All my gun questions because everybody I ain't talked to and gave me different answers to simple questions. And but with the magazines though, because they talking about no high capacity magazines or whatever, blah blah blah. And the thing with Washington is when they say import, the import is to bring them in the state, and to sell them. So as long as you don't bring the magazines into Washington to for the purpose of selling, you're all right. Well, that's what I got. That's what I got. Take it for me, but just look up the wording for the magazines, because import with the magazines means in like intent to sell. And if I were to bring any magazines out here, I'm not selling nothing. I'm not selling nothing. And then, but see, then it gets weird because you can't buy nothing. Well, I really don't have to worry about it because I have like enough of everything. Not here, but other places in Oregon. But there's no uh, manufacturing of magazines. I don't know what that entails. That's my thing. I don't know what that means. So, like, if I have Glock mags, because I got a lot of Glock mags, and I have a lot of AR mags. So, by the time I get whatever my concealed and all that, and I bring something up here, if one of my magazines goes bad, can I replace the spring in the magazine, or does that count as manufacturing a magazine? I don't think so, but like I said, they make the laws so vague that you kind of don't know, and that's what confuses me about the all the gun laws. And like again, the high capacity rounds, that's a standard size magazine. And if if I bring it out here, if I bring anyone out here with that, that's not importing because I don't intend to sell. And if a spring goes bad, can I replace the spring? Because I don't believe that I can buy springs for a, a P mag or a Glock mag and have it shipped here. I don't think that would be a thing. So what does that mean? I don't know what that means. I don't think it matters though. Like where we are is kind of whatever, That's it. It's whatever. I do want a shotgun out here though. I want a lot of stuff. I do. But I noticed the gun prices out here are stupid. Oh my gosh, they're stupid. And the guns are like, bro, what was it? It was like it was probably close to a year ago now. Maybe a little bit longer. But me and my wife had went to a pawn shop just because I wanted to see, like, what's in the pawn shop here? And they had Glocks up here for like 550, 600 for a used Glock. And I said, never in my life. Never in my life. I will figure something out. I'll figure out. Because I know you can buy guns from other states. I don't know if you can do it in other states. Bro, cut it out. You look, y'all call ice on you. Yeah, nah, bro. I don't do that. I can't help you. I can't help you, brother. You don't get them papers, man. That's what you can do. Become a citizen. Do it the right way. Yeah, I don't get that neither, man. Our Congress and all of them, they acting stupid. Man, I don't know why they having such a hard time with ICE and those situations. Because people, and that's another thing. People act like ICE isn't a federal agency. Like, bro, they can kill on site. Like, legit, they can kill on site. And people don't understand that. If they wanted to see these people and shoot them, they would be able to do that. And us as Americans, we're just kind of like hindering them from working and doing what they're doing. It don't matter what you're talking about. If And that's what I'm saying. They act like ICE isn't the FBI or like DEA or something like that. That's what they're. That's what they are. Where are you from? But yeah, that's what they are. Like, and people try to stand in front of them like they can't just kill you. Nah, bro. But what I think is funny is now that they're seeing, well, let's just say not them, but oh dang, I'm from Oregon, bro. But me as a black man being raised, I was raised not to fight with the police and things like that because the police will kill you. You say yes sir, no sir, and be about your business. You don't fight with the police. You don't do none of that. So I'm watching all these people try to fight and wrestle with the police. Mind you, there's so much white people. Okay, you guys weren't raised like that. Y'all weren't. So the fact that the police are killing y'all and they're getting not away with it, but getting away with it is kind of confusing you guys or just the world. Nah, it's showing. It is showing that we are all on the same playing field. It does not matter about race anymore. I've been saying this for a long time. It does not matter about race. That is out, bro. I'm talking about people getting killed by ICE and people acting like they're stupid. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody's on the same playing field. I was talking about being black and not fighting with the police, but these people want to fight with federal agents, like like they don't have a green light to kill y'all, like whenever they want. Like let them do what they doing. Do you know what's going on in the United States? A bunch of nonsense. But yeah, yeah. No, it's almost like it's like the government. It's like government police. They've been trying to get the immigrants out of America, but they've been killing Americans because Americans is getting in the way, doing stupid stuff, saying "f you," blah blah blah, a whole bunch of dumb stuff. Bro, you can't never say I talk to the police like that. They ain't gonna kill me. Nah. The police kill me. Hey, everybody knows. Sell the houses, sell everything, sell the dogs, get the best lawyer. Cause y'all gonna get some money. You gonna get your money back. Cause I ain't fighting no police. What part is horrible? Them getting kicked out of America or the agencies killing people? Because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, if they wouldn't be messing with them people, they wouldn't be getting killed. So it's not necessarily their fault. You're getting in their face and doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff, being a threat. Bro, I don't even know what that means. I don't know what that means. But yeah, you're being a threat. So can you have guns out there? Yeah, that's the question. Can you have guns out there? Because it's like that dude that got killed. He was arguing with the agents, and you had a gun on you, bro. You tripping, bro? You are tripping. That's like me having a gun on me. I got it concealed and everything. That don't matter. But I'm sitting here yelling at the cops, bro. No, I don't care if I was white. I don't care what race I was. I don't care how much money I had. Nah, bro. I am not doing that. That's horrible. That's what's horrible. Yeah, I'd have a hard time with that. Yeah, I'd have a hard time with that. Because, I mean, I think just because I can buy all the guns that I want now and I'm not a criminal and I'm like actually able to buy them. Once I found out I could buy a gun, I was buying all the guns. I forgot. I need to count and see how many how many I have. But I gotta get it out. Yeah, I shouldn't. Uh, I can't, man. Why are you on here anyway? Not HK in the name. Oh no, not HK in the name. That's funny. That's hilarious. We should see if we can change that. You gotta change your whole name anyway. Your name is all wrong. Well, move to somewhere where you can get one. Well, actually, no, don't get one because you just said it's for your safety. Nah, don't get one. You don't need one. You don't need one at all. Get in trouble. Get in trouble. Yeah. But yeah, you better get you hammer. Bro, that's this thick mustache. That's what it is. That's what it is. I can curl it up now. I need some wax though. Right now it's kind of just looking kind of crazy. But yeah, I can curl it up. Looking snazzy. Looking like a evil Luigi. But yeah, this is a trip. I don't know, man. I don't, our country is getting very, very strange. I feel like 2030 though is gonna be it, bro. Because you said it's for your safety. You don't need one. If it's for your safety, you do not need one. I'm pretty sure you were saying that's why you don't need one. It's because of your safety. Yeah, nah, bro. Why do you think you would do something like to somebody else or yourself? Yeah, I know that's like a Fed question. That's like a dropping useful information. It's one of those questions. Yeah, and what they're trying to do too is make it nationwide, where you can't buy ammo online and have it shipped to your house. That's what I think is crazy. I think that's super crazy because what do you mean? I can't buy I can't buy ammo online and have it shipped to my house. And ammo's already getting bad anyway. Like I already took some rounds to the range because I had some old boxes, and then I had bought a box. I don't know, maybe like a month ago, and I go to the range and I use their guns, Nah, you can't. You don't even know. You don't even know. You don't even know. Uh, yeah, I took some boxers to the range and I used one of their used one of their guns, and the ammo is so much crap now. Like I don't know if they're using less powder or the quality control is like ass, but I can shoot a group at like 10 to 15 yards, maybe like 2 to 3 inches. That's just one group. I can shoot in that spot. This ammo now is I don't know if it's just cheap or what, but if you use ammo from like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, ammo was way better. When Biden was in office, ammo was still normal ammo. But anything after that, like when Trump got in office, I'd say like 3 months after he got in office, ammo went down. Like the quality of ammo is like shit now. I think it's because they're shipping everything to Ukraine and Israel. I don't even see how Israel still how they're still having even a war. Like that doesn't even make sense to me. But yeah, I'm gonna try to go to sleep. Yeah, have a good night. Praise the Most High. Praise Jesus.